The relationship between the bankers and the customers come into existence when the banker across the open an account in the name of customer, and the customer is a person who open an account in the bank and which the banker accepts with the proper information. The relationship between the bankers and customer may be divided into two types. One is a general relationship and the special relationship. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. We are in the Unit 4, Session 1, second semester BCom, Law and Practice of Banking. The chapter name is Bankers and Customer. Okay, and today my agenda. So about the introductions part, meaning of customer as well as the bankers, the relationship between the bankers and customers, and the general relationship, primary general relationship and subsidiary general relationship. There are two relationships we're going to study here. The primary, okay, the one is general, one is specific, okay, and today is focused on the only for general relationship between the bankers and customers. So moving forward here, the introduction, because any banking which is artificial, okay, no doubt, which is a financial product they are offering. So whenever they are offering a financial product, of course, the relationship between the customers as well as banker. Banker, we know, which is an artificial persons, right? So which is an institution with the help of financial product. Okay, they are doing the activity. So the relationship between the bankers and the customers come into existence when the banker across the open an account in the name of customer. Because whenever the bank is offering a product or providing a number of facility or service, the customer are getting ultimate benefit. How? Because they want to open at least any one account, like a saving account. In the name of individual, they are opening a saving account. In the name of business, they are opening a current account or RD or fixed deposit account. So there are different types of account will be open. Now the customer, we call it as a debtor. So usually whenever the person want a credit facility, they want to stand in front of the creditors. But here the customer is they are trying to deposit. Okay, they try to open an account with the help of finance. Okay, with the help of account opening. Okay, now here the debtor is standing in front of the creditors. The creditors is nothing but the banker is a creditors. So the relationship between the bankers and customer depend on the activity, product, service provided by the bank to the customer, availed by the customer. Okay, so there are lot of facilities or lot of service are offered to the customer. The customer and bankers, they want to maintain a good relationship, getting a what and all the service is offered to the customer, even the customers also getting. Okay, there is a good relationship between, because they are expecting a different product when the banking related, the financial product. Thus the relationship between the bankers and customer is the transaction relationship. Okay, so which is not any other relation apart from the transaction. Whatever the activity which is going in between the customers and the banker, which is based on the transactions only. So here the banker, meaning the banker is a person who on behalf of the bank receive the money and collect the check and draft, the negotiable instrument product, what and all offering for the customer. Okay, so which is they are the person, which is an artificial person, we clearly say. And the customer is a person who open an account in the bank and which the banker accept with the proper information. Okay, so they blindly nowadays the documentation procedures will be following. Okay, now when you want to open account, the related information, the related documents is compulsory to open an account. Okay, so here the customer is standing debtors, banker we treated as an creditor, because the debtor, their money, the customer, their money, they try to deposit in the bank. Okay, now the bankers become a creditors. So here the relationship between the bankers and customer, we classified into majorly two category. One is general relationship and the special relationship. So in today's session, which is main focus on the general relations. Okay, so again we subclassified into two category: primary general relationship and the subsidiary general relationship. So here the debtor versus creditor. Okay, who is an debtor, who is an creditor? Okay, or creditors versus debtor, or bailer versus bailee, or pledger versus pledgee. So there are different relationship we are trying to find. So next, the relationship between the two is according to the condition of customer account. Okay, condition of customer account, because there are different accounts we identified. So it is in debtors and creditors. Sometimes the customers can be a debtor because their money with the whenever they are opening an account, they are depositing. That's what the customer is a debtor. Now banker is a creditor. Now sometimes the banker is providing a facility like a loan facility. Now bankers are debtor, customer is a creditors. Whether the balance in the account of debit or credit, no doubt, even the bankers also providing a facility. It's like overdraft facility. Okay, so which is one kind of short-term loan. Okay, so here we need to identify who is exactly debtors and creditors, the relationship. Okay, at the time of loan, the debtors will be always bank. The bankers are providing a loan. Okay, at the time of opening an account, the customers are depositing their money into the bank, so they call for debtors. So there are some more restriction which make the relationship different from the nominal debtors and creditor. We need to identify who is the nominal debtors and who is the nominal creditors. And the bankers provide a number of service to the customer, because we are standing in the modern banking system. So there are a lot of facilities, other facility, internet banking, mobile banking, okay, RTGS, NEFT, or traveling check. There are too many facility offered to the customer. So if the transactions, if they want to avoid for the cashless transaction using a different facility, even the locker facility, loan facility, advance facility, okay, and the transaction between importer and exporter. So the banker is an acting like an agent, and also act as a trustee to is a customer, because trustee means whom you can believe. Okay, your valuable things when you are keeping in the home, you are not getting any safety. So that's what you have to select. The banker is acting like a trustee. So with the help of locker facility, okay, of course the bankers are charging whatever they're providing facility. If the customer hand over the bankers with the trust, because your property, your valuable ornaments, valuable things, when you are keeping in the bank, you are getting a trust. Okay, so that the relationship between the bankers and customer may be divided into two types. One is a general relationship and the special relationship. So general relationship, again, I told you debtors versus creditors versus debtors, and the bailer versus bailee. Okay, so like that. So under general relationship, the general relationship between the bankers and customer may be subdivided into two types. One is primary general relationship and one more is subsidiary general relationship. So the first one, the primary general relationship, arises from the contract between, okay, here the contract between the contractor and contractee. So the customer as well as the bankers, okay, there is something contractual, okay, concept is arising here. So that is a banker and a customer. So it is a contractual relationship. Okay, so you cannot blindly believe anybody. If there is any contractual relationship, of course you can believe. So it is governed by the various terms of agreement between the two parties. Because of agreement, wherever the contract will be completing, always based on the agreement. Agreement always equal to contract. Contract is always equal to agreement. So at least the two parties are compulsory here, the banker and customers. So the nature of primary general relationship, the banker is only a debtors in respect of customer money. Okay, so sometimes the bankers, when they are acting like a debtor, because the customer money you have to return it back, okay, at the time of loan. So sometimes the banker is a creditors. The customer is only a general creditors of the customer, because the customer money they accepted, again they have a responsibility to repay. That's why they are creditors. In this case, loan amount. So the demand of repayment of deposit is necessary. The demand of repayment, because the customers are opening account. The term is called like deposit. Whenever the customer is need find money, so definitely the bankers want to provide. So the customer can demand repayment of deposit whenever he want. Okay, here in case of loan amount, the customer want to repay. In case of a deposit, the customer deposit, the bank is having a responsibility to repay. So the customer demand for repayment of deposit should not made at proper place. Okay, so the proper place means what? So either because of core banking system, the customers can deposit in one place, they can withdraw from other place, now using a traveling check or using a negotiable instruments. Okay, demand draft. So the customer's demand for repayment of deposit should made on the working days and during the business hour. Now because of a lot of changes, lot of facility, ATM machine, internet banking, mobile banking, so the customer, they don't want to go for the bank premises. Okay, so if they want to go for premises, only working hours they want to go, the customer, and between the bankers there is only which is applicable for during a working hours. So apart from, they try to nowadays the customers are getting a benefit from other innovative recent banking system. Okay, and the subsidiary general relationship, the bankers and the customer can also enter in the subsidiary relationship, like that the bailee and bailer, okay, trustee and beneficiary, and the agent and principals by special agreement or arrangement. Now that whom you can believe, whom you can trust, whom you can accept, whom you can go for a contract, everything which is agent, because of some payment will be done with the help of, on behalf of the customer, the bankers are taken a responsibility. Now they are acting like an agent. Bailee and bailer, trustee and the beneficiary, agent and principal, mortgagee and mortgager relationship, guarantor and guarantee relationship. Okay, so here the complete the process will be, you have to calculate each and every transactions are connected in the banking operation. Okay, believing, bankers can believe for the customer, customers can believe for the banker when the transaction will be opposite directions. Keep on watch for next section. Thank you.